Are we focusing? Good morning. Welcome back, guys. I'm once again eating my breakfast at 11 o'clock. One day I will have breakfast at a normal hour. So today I'm quite excited. I've decided to do a bake with me video every month. A lot of you requested that I do more cooking on the channel, so that's what I'm going to do, and it's going to be primarily baking. We're not going to do any savoury dishes because I miss baking. Some of you may know I used to have my own little business called Sweet Sterling, which I was selling caramels from, and I also studied in New York a pastry arts course. So I just want to get into cooking a little bit. Even though I've got the twin boys and no time, I do miss it, and I want to do a little bit of cooking here and there, baking, a little bit of baking here and there. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do a bake with me video every month, so that will be 1 in 8 videos, I guess. Maybe a little bit more often if there's something going on. For example, Christmas, I might do a couple of videos because there's a lot that I want to make during December. So I'm really excited, and today we're doing some Halloween cookies. I'm a bit obsessed with cookies at the moment, and I keep eating so many, which probably isn't good, but these are going to be primarily for friends and neighbours and things for Halloween, as Halloween is coming up on Saturday. So I don't want to eat in front of you, so I'm going to go and eat this and hopefully dry my hair and then get cracking with the baking. Be right back. I don't know what to bake now. I was gonna make these Halloween spiderweb cookies. I thought they'd be really cool if I bagged them in little plastic baggies and gave them to the neighbours, but I don't have a lot of the ingredients. I don't have whole milk, I don't have enough butter, and I don't have cake flour, but I did just read that you can substitute cake flour for AP flour and a bit of cornstarch, which I have, so I could, I don't know, I could go to the shop and see if they have milk, and well, they're gonna have milk and butter. So there's that, but I did make some cookies like this a couple of years ago, and I remember really enjoying just like making some designs. Yeah, here, I made these, and again, it was for Halloween, and I loved it. I loved making those, so I don't know. I'm deciding between that and the other. I found these on Pinterest, and I'm loving them. I'm definitely gonna make these. Have everything already weighed out, so we're good to go, but they're like little pumpkins with chocolate inside. I thought they were really cool, and it's just milk chocolate, so it's going to set pretty hard, I think, once it's been in the fridge. So those I'm definitely going to make. And the other thing, these aren't at all anything to do with Halloween, but I have all the ingredients, and I have a lot of white chocolate and a lot of, well, I say I have all the ingredients, but here, these giant white chocolate pecan cookies. I don't have enough pecans, but I have loads and loads of hazelnuts and loads of white chocolate from Sweet Sterling days, and I want to use some of it up. So I'm deciding what to do. I kind of already planned to make these and the pumpkin ones, but I really want to play with doing those designs, so I'm not sure. I'm thinking to feed the boys now and then go to the shop and see if I can get those other ingredients, and then I can kind of come home and decide what to do. Maybe I'll make all 3. I'm just not sure who's going to eat all these cookies. But I just feel like baking, so we'll see. I'm just waiting for the boys to wake up now so that I can get going. The other thing is I don't have the car today. That's a big reason why I only have one shop that I can go to get some ingredients. So I've never even been in this shop. I don't know what they sell. So I'm a bit limited, but I'll figure it out, and yeah. I'll probably be back in a couple of hours. This is a very choppy start and stop video, but we'll be baking soon, I promise. Woo! Okay, I'm back from the shop, and they did not have anything that I needed other than the butter, so I will not be making the spiderweb cookies, unfortunately. So we're going with the giant white chocolate hazelnut cookies and the pumpkin chocolate filled cookies. So that's what we're doing. I'm sweating. I've literally just like missioned to the shop and back because I have about an hour and a half to finally do this baking, hopefully before the boys need a feed. They're sleeping right now, but they're kind of stirring, so I'm going to leave them in their seats until they wake, and hopefully they won't wake for a little bit so I can get some of this cooking done. Okay guys, we're starting out with the pumpkin cookies. I've already weighed everything out. I'm going to put the recipe up here just quickly. Here are the ingredients. So I've weighed everything out. I'm doing half of this because I don't need 30 of them. I'm hoping this will make about 15. We'll see. Whenever I make something, I always end up with less than the recipe says, so I'll probably end up with about 10, but that's perfect. So I've halved everything. In here we've got brown sugar, the butter and the vanilla extract. In here we have the flour, cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, salt, baking soda, and here we have the chocolate. I'm using dark chocolate just because I had more of it, so I figured why not. And in here we just have 1 egg. The cinnamon sugar coating I'm going to worry about at the end when we get onto that. So this is how I bake. I feel like it's the quickest way. I weigh everything out into the bowls that I need it, and then I scan through the recipe again, and then I do it without having to go back and forth. So I believe we're going to beat this until it's light and fluffy, 3 to 5 minutes. Then you add the eggs, mix till combined. Then you add all the dry, beat until combined, until the dough forms. So easy. You're going to half the dough and roll each half out to 1/4 inch thickness. It will be sticky, so make sure you use flour. Cut the cookies using the pumpkin cookie cutter. I need to go find that. And then cut the nose and the mouth. The nose and the mouth, the eyes and the mouth. Cover, freeze until firm, 15-20 minutes. Yeah, let's get cracking. I'm going to try, and I wish I had a plug here so I could put the mixer on here, but I can't, so I'm going to have to shift you over there and show you the process. I'm just gonna whisk all my dry ingredients because I haven't yet done that, as you can see. So I'm just gonna do that. The chocolate I need to melt, but I'm gonna do that while these are baking. And I won't preheat the oven until, oh, some funny noises going on over there, until they're in the freezer, these cookies. So I'm gonna take you over there, beat these, add the egg, and then add the dry. Okay, I've got to work quick because I hear a lot of noises going on. Here's the egg, here's the paddle. Okay, I can't believe after all that, it looks like my camera battery is not going to last very long. So I went ahead and I mixed everything because there wasn't much to show you. I just beated the sugar and the butter for a good probably 5 minutes, so it was really light and fluffy. Added the egg and then added the dry, and here we go. It doesn't look that sticky, so I'm not going to worry about too much flour, but I am going to roll them between 2 pieces of parchment. I always find that helps when rolling pastry or cookie batter or something like that, to avoid it sticking to the rolling pin and then getting like lumps and just having a disaster. So I'm going to do that, and I found 3 pumpkin cutters. I think I'm going to go for the middle size because the small one's going to be really hard to cut the eyes and the mouth out of, and the big probably just won't get many cookies from. So I'm going to go with this middle one. I'm going to try and show you, but if my camera dies, then I'll see you when they're ready to go in the oven. But let's get rolling. My battery died, so now it's a lot later, and after I've cut out the pumpkin shapes, I refrigerated it so I can go back and cut out the eyes and the mouth. I'm not having much luck today. It's about 4:30, and I started this at like 11 and we've got nowhere, but I'm hoping it's about to change. Between feeding the boys and changing them and going up and down the stairs, my day just seems to disappear. But here we are. So yeah, I used the smallest pumpkin. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 22. So it's gonna make 11 cookies. So yeah, I'm gonna now cut little eyes and a little mouth, and then pop them in the freezer. I'm not gonna leave them for 15-20 minutes like it suggests because I just don't have the time. And then bake them in the oven. So here we go. One thing I love about this is it really doesn't matter if they're not perfect, because what pumpkins are. So don't forget to only, if you're going to do this, only do half with faces, because the other half they're going to sandwich into. So I only bake them for 8 to 12 minutes. I'm thinking to do it more on the 8 side because I think they'll be nicer soft with the crunchy chocolate in the middle. Into the oven they go. And oh my god, I need a better oven glove here. Ta-da! Oh my god, they look cute. I am so excited for this. Okay, I'm gonna let them cool and I'm gonna go on to the other cookies, the hazelnut white chocolate. Exactly the same thing. Beating the butter and the sugars together until light and fluffy, about 4 to 5 minutes. Adding the egg and vanilla and beating again until combined, and then slowly adding in the dry, which is flour, baking soda and salt, I think. And then a little trick for the nuts, I couldn't be bothered to like chop them or put them in my blender because then I have to clean it, so I've just put them in a Ziploc baggie and smashed them with the rolling pin. I've left them quite chunky because I think that'll be nice in a cookie. And then chopped up white chocolate. And you basically just mix the chocolate and the nuts in at the end. You're supposed to have like an ice cream scoop, which I don't have, but that is really good to keep consistency of size. I'm just going to use a spoon because I don't have anything else, so they probably won't be consistent, but it doesn't matter. So yeah, I'm going to hopefully be able to take you through with this one because my camera is charged. So we'll go and beat the butter and sugar first. I apologise that the lighting is getting pretty bad in here now. See if that helps a little bit. So I always use the paddle, not a whisk, because it gets all stuck in the whisk and this just beats it better. Make sure your butter is room temp and off you go. Just to show you how it's looking. It's definitely getting lighter. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that, so I'm going to add the egg and the vanilla now and slowly beat that in. Okay, now it's looking nice and light and airy. I don't know if you can see that, but it's very light. I'm just going to add the flour slowly. Okay, pretty happy with that. My god guys, I think I'm gonna absolutely love these. White chocolate and hazelnut. I swear nothing is better than having hazelnut with chocolate. This is actually quite not sticky, moist. I know a lot of people hate that word, but yeah, I need a spatula. This is grossing me out a little bit. So you could be in the chocolate and the hazelnuts with the paddle, but I'm just gonna do it with a spatula. I feel like it's gonna just combine them a bit better. So, but anyway, in go hazelnuts, in goes chocolate. Oh my god, this looks so good. Okay, I've mixed that all up and it's really quite sticky, so instead of using a spoon, I think I'm gonna put some gloves on and just roll them into balls with my hands. They're baking at 350, bake cookies for 14 minutes. Spaced 3 inches apart, that's quite a lot. Okay, here we go. Wish me luck, because I really think these are going to spread out everywhere and join together, but let's pray that they don't. I don't have enough baking sheets to fit them all on. Okay, so meanwhile, this is really annoying me that my face is not in the screen, ever. While the other cookies are baking, I've now got my pumpkin cookies and I'm gonna match up the tops with the bottoms just to see which fit the best. And I'm gonna melt the chocolate, and I'm also gonna melt some butter and mix some sugar with some cinnamon. So I'm gonna brush the tops with the butter and sprinkle the cinnamon sugar, and the bottoms are gonna get a layer of chocolate, and then I'm gonna put the tops on the bottoms and let them set. Here they are. Don't they look cute? They're reminding me of potato smileys. So over here, I've just got some water boiling. I'm gonna melt the chocolate on here. I hate doing it in the microwave because it goes lumpy if you even just slightly overheat it, so it burns the chocolate. So I always prefer to do it over the stove. It doesn't take very long. Got my little setup here, and I'm gonna brush them with some browned butter, which is literally just butter melted over the heat until it kind of burns. Tastes amazing. And then sprinkling them with the cinnamon sugar. Wow, they've gone big. I mean, it did say giant, but I thought I was making them smaller. Obviously not. They look so good though. Aled is gonna kill me when he comes home because he's on a diet. Oh, yummy yum. Yummy, yummy, yum. So I'm just waiting to finish these off, waiting for the chocolate not to be too runny. And I'm gonna have to work quickly because there's gonna be a fine line between it setting and not being spreadable. So if I was to sandwich them now, I think the chocolate's just gonna go everywhere when I like stick it down. It's nearly ready.